Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Country Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live, guys. Just introduce yourselves.
Hey, so we're with Mydas XXII. I'm Cody.
I'm Jay.
I'm Chase.
And we have two members that aren't here today. Michael Smith, Patrick Bollinger, bass and guitar. And they just, it's kind of hard to get five guys together when we work on the weekdays. So we got what we could.
Sounds good. So how you guys got the name and how you got started?
Okay. So how did we get started? All right, let's go over how we got started first, and then we'll get to the name. So we got started. So Jay over here and Mike always hung out and watched football together. And how did you get in touch with me?
I remember you had posted like a cover on Facebook years ago, and I'm like, Cody could sing. And Mike said, we'll hit Cody up. We hit Cody up, and we were just, honestly, our first idea was to be a cover band, oddly enough. We was joking around. And then we wrote one song, and it was off to the races from there.
Yeah, we
found this guy right here.
Yeah, we found
and then we found our bassist. And that's history.
Yeah, so the name, we take our music seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously. We like to joke around a lot. So Mydas XXII is kind of it's from Austin Powers. To be completely honest, the golden meteor from the third movie. And we just thought it sounded good, rolled off the tongue.
All right, I'll start you with a fun question, then we'll get into harder stuff.
All right.
If you could pick your own 3-day festival, first day is female fronted, second day is regional, third day is national. Who are your top 5?
All right, so 5 each day, or
yeah,
okay.
5 each day.
Paramore, obviously.
Paramore. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Spirit Box.
Yeah, Interrupters, Distillers. I would say for me and this guy, definitely Distillers.
Yeah, Distillers. I'll say Distillers too.
And
honestly, I like Flyleaf. I know they probably don't know if they play anymore, but I've always liked Flyleaf.
yeah, I would say Flyleaf for Evanescence. I have seen Evanescence live, and they killed it.
I'm trying to think of another female fronted band.
Butcher Babies.
I've heard of them.
Butcher Babies, they're great. They're amazing.
All right, so what do we have? We know Paramore for certain. I would say I would go with the Distillers for certain.
Yeah, Distillers for certain too. I have to say Distillers. I have to vote on that for sure.
I want to say Evanescence too. Amy Lee's voice is undisputed.
All right, so we got Paramore, Distillers, Evanescence, Spirit Box, and
Spirit Box. I do like Spirit Box so much.
I agree with that.
Let's go Flyleaf.
I'll say Flyleaf.
Yeah, Flyleaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say Flyleaf, yeah.
Okay.
And regional.
Redefined, obviously.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cutthroat Susie.
I do like Cutthroat. I'm wearing their shirt right now.
Win.
Award
Win. Oh,
wins all.
award win. Candescent. Candescent for me.
Enemy Within as well.
Yeah.
Say Enemy Within.
We could make a list about 20 bands.
We have a huge family out here.
National. Oh my God.
National. Try to stick with the league, sort of like
Polaris. Come on now.
I'll give you that one. Parkway Drive.
All right.
What we do? What was this category?
Come on.
National, like big bands.
Oh, national big band. Oh, Adelaide Dying all day.
Oh yeah.
Controversial, but I guess you doesn't like look at it. But I love Adelaide Dying.
August Burns Red.
Yeah, definitely August Burns Red. And All That Remains with Ole Herbert Hologram.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. What about that?
All day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with all
Oh
that.
my god. Oh, never mind. We're 5 already.
So I guess that'd be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'll agree with all those.
So, out of all the music that you've put out so far, which one was the most emotional one to put out?
I'll let y'all answer this. 'Cause this is
For
Emotion.
me personally, it was Dane Slayer because they like to joke around and say that I wrote it, but no. I wrote the initial riff. I wrote the main riff to it, and then those guys filled in the rest of it. But this is the first band I've ever been in. I've never really wrote a song before. That was like the first one that I sort of fronted, and I sort of like put the initials out there and wrote a good chunk of it. So I'd say Dane Slayer.
I'll actually agree with that one because we recorded Dane Slayer and Hidden Machines on the same day, and Dane Slayer is it's probably one of our more driving songs out of all of them. And of course, yeah, Jay. A lot of the times when we write, one of us provides a skeleton, so to speak, of a song, and then the rest of us will just kind of throw our stuff in there, and then we just like a big vegetable soup, just throw it all together and just mix it up. And yeah, Jay took the lead on that one, and it's his first time in the band, and he's this guy's doing amazing.
yeah.
And he took the lead on that one, and we really did. We had one day to record both of those, so I had to be very particular on my drum takes and just sort of just knock them out, one take go. And yeah, I'll agree. That's the most emotional because you had to really, really feel those songs to get them recorded in a day. If you didn't, if you tried too hard, it'd be over.
Mine's gonna differ a little bit because it's probably our newest song that we wrote because the lyrics I wrote for it are they're really deep. So I have a little family and think about them a lot, and a lot of the lyrics are like making sure they're safe after I'm gone if I am to go. So that one's the most personal to me. But yeah, I do have to give Jay props on Dane Slayer.
All right, here's a fun question for you.
All right, cool.
If you were stuck in an elevator with any cartoon character for, say, 6 hours, who would it be and why?
Oh man. Oh,
Anime counts, by the way.
Anime doesn't count. I don't watch anime, so
Ooh, you're gonna put all the hentai characters, aren't you? Let's see. Cartoon most fun.
Cartoon character.
Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Shaggy from Scooby Doo for me.
Okay, that's a good pick.
Scooby-Doo. Some about the nerdy girls. I like that.
I would have to say Arnold from Hey Arnold. Yeah, that's like that.
Oh, y'all talking about
Like my homie.
Yeah, that's like my homie. I grew up with him. You know what I mean? So yeah, all day.
I thought about Rocket Power too.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
skate in an elevator.
Yeah, no, you can't stretch the elevator, man.
What about Michael Thornberry?
Yeah.
I mean, you could skate in an elevator, but you wouldn't go far.
Technically, yeah. Technically.
It ain't going far though.
Yeah, no,
You can do an ollie, that's about it.
Yeah, you can do some standstill stuff.
If you could pick one song to describe one of your band members, what song would it be and who?
Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. That's to describe Michael.
Oh, so are we all picking Michael songs?
Yeah, let's all pick Michael songs.
For the record, him and Mike are like the old married couple of the group, and they argue all the time.
Oh, they go way back.
Oh man, so, yeah.
Mike used to be my boss at Piggly Wiggly, so he has to introduce me to metal, so I gotta give him props for that.
Oh man. Oh, this is a thinker.
So
Let's see. Hmm.
that's a tough one because there's so many
Let's
like.
say, oh man, what was the Devil Wears Prada Wild Man?
Danger Wild Man.
Danger Wild Man. That's you. this is the Wild Man. Just the title though. The songs. They do song titles like we do.
I have to say, "Fall Back Down" by Rancid, and that's just like that. I'd probably that's Mike because I've known Mike for the longest out of the whole group, and me and Mike are just real tight. Known him for a long time. He's been a guitarist for my guitarist for a long time too. So
That's cool, dude.
I know, I've known him for a long time too.
I know Mike longer. I don't know if he's watching.
But Mike is probably the rock that brought us all together. To be completely honest.
He's the one that messaged me, so
I hate that he couldn't be here for this.
I know it. Mike had work.
Since you guys know each other for a very long time, what is the most messed up prank you've put on each other?
Oh,
What about the Johnny Bravo and the Pepto Bismol?
oh,
I'll let you tell it because I'm not very good. I don't remember. I was there.
Did you say that?
were you there?
I mean, I was around the time. I wasn't there.
I wasn't
before
there
that, but
either.
Yeah.
None of
I
us were
wasn't
there.
there either.
None of us were there for that
man.
one. We just heard the story.
That's the thing.
I do remember.
We don't really prank each other very often, though.
Not often. I mean,
No, it's
me and Mike used to, but I mean, trying to think of just like, what have I done to him?
we can do the Pepto Bismol though because Johnny was technically
Yeah. I mean, that's probably as far as a group effort. Like that's
Yeah.
things we do.
okay. So we had a friend one night that was drinking and what did they say? Like, hey man, this will help your hangover.
They told him it was a shot.
They told him it was a shot, so it was Pepto Bismol, and they kept feeding this man shots of Pepto Bismol, and he ended up. So everybody ended up getting a little wasted at Mike's place, and so they kept giving Bravo shots of Pepto Bismol. He ended up he ended up throwing up in the kitchen, right?
All over.
Yeah, so it was just a bunch of pink throw up in the kitchen.
They woke up next morning, pink throw up everywhere.
Yeah, they woke up the next morning. It was everywhere, and everybody was like hungover as everything.
They thought it was funny that they were
Oh, yeah.
had to
Oh, yeah, he thought it was hilarious. He woke up and he was like, "Oh, I feel fine. I don't know what's wrong with y'all."
It's like a reverse prank. Like, they were usually one who woke up without a hangover.
Yeah.
And he drinks some Pepto
And
Bismol.
they woke up with a messed up kitchen.
That probably caused him a lot of
Emotional, damn it!
100%. For both Mike and him, because Mike had to freaking clean that out of his kitchen. Like,
oh my God.
It's thundering out there.
So what is your biggest pet peeve going on tour?
We hadn't been on tour
Yeah,
yet.
so we haven't been on tour, but at other shows,
I could guess what my pet peeve would be.
what would it be?
I love my bed. I would not be able
this
to
dude
sleep in a
snores
bed.
like a Cummins diesel engine out of my truck. I swear. Like, I can't sleep around this man. That would definitely be my number one pet peeve with him.
Yeah, that wasn't thunder.
I've been on tour once. I have been on tour once before, and my biggest pet peeve probably would just be. I mean, you got to think you're crammed. Depending on how you travel, you're crammed in a bus with a bunch of dudes. You don't know their habits. Just like the freaking aroma in there is just ridiculous. Like, especially if somebody takes their shoes off, whatever vehicle you're in, it's just like, oh man,
That would be bad, especially after like a long day of work.
all the foods and like just perks and fluids and farts. Like, it's ridiculous.
My pet peeve would probably just be people not rushing off stage.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we do, get the fuck off the stage.
I don't care for that because I have a pedal board and all this other stuff, so it takes me time to get off stage. I have to like undo all my cables.
Oh, I have to
Wrap 'em
stack
up.
my pedal board on my amp and roll it.
Yeah, but I don't want my cables be going everywhere, getting wrapped up and stuff.
No, that's not the problem. But people take their cymbals off on stage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Oh man. Yeah, he said talking about chords. Oh, that's like. I love you, Jay.
You don't worry about what John said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like my bed, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to be able
That's
to. I
subject,
didn't need. I couldn't. I don't think I could sleep in the van. Like,
Oh, I could.
I could if I was tired enough, but I'm an old man. Like, I'm not an old man, but like, I played a bunch of sports growing up, so my body is just ruined.
His knees aching. That's how I know it's thundering outside. He's an old man.
Like my joints, like I would wake up and wouldn't be able to move.
Oh man, this is great. It's like I just like my bed. I was
Look at
laughing.
that.
You do, but you snore like I want to see how you sleep. I want to see how you don't wake yourself up.
Like, I probably do. I just don't realize it. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah, our pet peeve is Jay.
Thank you.
So when are you guys planning on going on tour?
Whenever we can get enough vacation at work to plan maybe a week or 2 week long East Coast tour.
These two have been just recently switched jobs, so they're trying to build up their vacation time before we can really get something planned out. Also, we're trying to find out where to go.
Yeah.
Because I actually know a lot of people in stay in New York and up towards more north, and then I actually have a brother that lives in Florida, so we were thinking either up or down. You know,
Yeah,
at some point, either way, yeah, either up or down, whichever we can get Mike to go to. Because Mike's not much of a traveler.
He met this punk band from New York, Bending Over Backwards. Great name, by the way. But shout out to them. They're awesome.
Oh yeah.
They're from based out of what, Long Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah. So we would like to make some stops on the way to them and then make some stops on the way back home. Is what's ideal.
Yeah, that's
But we just like, man, life hits hard, so we all just have to afford to miss the days.
Yeah, especially since COVID, it's made traveling and everything else, as people know, a lot more difficult and just different.
If you could change one thing in the music industry, what would that be?
The saturation for me. It's so with the age of the internet and everything's so saturated. Everybody like comes out with stuff, and I mean all of it might be good, but there's so much out there. It's hard to get your name out without knowing somebody.
It's a good thing and a bad thing, though. Because
Yeah.
bands like us can actually reach a wider audience now.
Yeah, you're right.
In 1980, we wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for me, it would be the saturation of
And we've
everything.
seen bands like I Prevail get famous. They did that Taylor Swift song,
Oh
and they
yeah,
blew up. We've seen bands.
Blank Space.
I feel like it's just like
It's so good.
You've seen bands like Bad Omens. They've been around for a while, but they blew up on TikTok recently with Just Pretend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's just all. I mean, talent speaks for itself. Though.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I look at it. But
me, I don't think.
I guess to change about the music industry. Any type of corruption is what I would change. Just any type of like culture shock or like any false promises of like. I've gotten tangled up within like the music industry in the past with like people, managers and stuff like, oh, here, sign this contract and I'll do this and that and this and that. And it's nothing.
Don't like a lot of people tell you like you can't be friends with these people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything that just like follows this is what's popular, so you got to start playing this kind of music, or this is what's popular right now, so you got to start dressing like this. And I've never been into that myself. I've always just felt like all play, regardless of how famous or in it is, just play what you want to play. Like play what you love.
Yeah.
If it's punk music or like country or rap or rock or whatever it may be, if you love doing it, that shows, and talent speaks for itself.
What out of your slave say? Be yourself.
Yeah.
I think I would probably. I'd like to get rid of the gatekeeping.
That's a
Like,
good
I don't care if someone wears one of our shirts or a Metallica shirt or whatever. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I
I'll
saw
agree with
where
that.
metal band said gatekeeping was good in an interview the other
I
day.
mean, they're wearing the shirts. They're wearing the shirts and they're getting them out there, and people are seeing them like, "Oh, what's that?" I don't know.
Name 3 songs by this band.
I can't name 3 songs by a
Who
lot.
cares? Go look up 3 songs by the band.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
I can't name 3. Let's see, just in the band that's like really popular.
Minus 22, man. Name 3 minus 22.
Name 3 Mydas songs, bro.
I can't name 3 Guys All Dying songs. I've never listened to them.
We're gonna
I don't know
have
that.
I've listened to them, but I wouldn't know the name of the
The
song.
only reason that I'm a little surprised at that is just because how much I listen to them around you guys.
Well, how much you like
I've listened to them, but I just don't. I listen to them, but I just don't know the names of the song.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs like that for me as well.
So, do you feel it was easier in, say, like the 90s to be noticed?
No, absolutely.
Absolutely. I would definitely not. Yeah, I wouldn't say
I
that.
know nowadays you got
I was-
TikTok, Facebook,
Yeah,
Twitter.
somebody's gonna see you.
YouTube.
Like with that, I'd say that's a double-edged sword.
Well,
like
see,
it's just
artists-
a blessing and a curse.
Artists back then, though, like they were living out in like campers and tents just to get famous.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean,
Like that's what it took back
Back
then. They
then-
couldn't just like have a cell phone and
you had to go
put
post
yourself out
flyers and stuff. You had to
Yeah.
stick flyers up around the pole.
Yeah.
Get almost get arrested. Like you know what I mean?
I
Man,
wish I was around back when I could slap a flyer on a pole.
that is, although it is cool. So like, I feel like
That sevenfold video.
although we have a different platform of or a different way of marketing ourselves these days, and definitely a more convenient way. I feel like the effort that you have to put into it is almost as much as say like a more manual way, like posting
Yeah.
flyers up, just because like of how many people do it now. So you have to like companies now or like anybody who is looking for venue owners or anybody who's promoting shows looking for bands, they sift through all of them and you
Yeah.
find the ones that they like. So you're gonna stick out.
Say we just post a music video of us playing in this practice room.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then somebody else has all these cool ass effects they put behind it because they know how.
Exactly. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
that skill.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
you're going.
Yeah, it does take some skill.
It does. It takes a lot, especially
I mean, definitely.
effort in general.
Editing like TikTok videos is not easy.
Editing anything isn't easy, really,
I mean,
especially sound.
if you want a good video, it's not going to be easy. But anything like that. That's why like, a lot of these you see these young bands like Candescent blowing up because they're younger guys, but and they're really good.
They're so good. They got so much energy because their knees don't hurt yet.
They're awesome.
They are great.
You see, I see a lot of bands on TikTok because I'm not the only person in the band who actually watches TikTok. So I see a lot. There's like at least 10 bands I've found out about from TikTok. Like Dayseeker was one, and they've blown up recently.
That is a pretty
Sticker. They've been in. They've done stuff with Bill Murray.
Yeah, they started out. I'm pretty like I noticed them on TikTok when they were like relatively like still like small, and now they've blown up.
Yeah.
There's another one too, like Park Sick maybe I think is the name of the band. They're like a pop punk band.
They're playing Blue Ridge.
Awesome.
Are you guys going to Bull Ridge this year?
We were, but I
We
think
had a show that day.
yeah, we were. Me and Patrick, the bass player, were gonna go, but we booked a show that day, which I'd rather play a show.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Go ahead, promo man.
That's the Skylark show, right?
Yeah, it's the Skywalk show. September 9th, right?
I haven't announced it, man.
I don't know.
I haven't announced it.
Okay, let's skip over that. But we haven't announced that one yet. But it is in the works. But yeah, I think we have a show during Blue Ridge.
Unfortunately.
I don't know if you saw, but Missy Wood said hello.
Hey, Missy.
What's
We
up?
love you.
I really want
Yeah,
to go. So.
I actually have a few friends that are on Bull Ridge this year.
Oh,
Yeah, we actually have a band we just played with, Scars Remain. They're playing Thursday at Blue Ridge, and I think Scott Stapp's headlining that night.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it the
old
pre-party?
Scott Stapp. Yeah, the pre-party. Yeah, Scars Remain. They're going to be there Thursday night, and yeah, if nobody's heard them, go ahead and listen.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely check those guys out.
See you too. See you next weekend.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Scars Remain. I'm actually having them on next week, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, they killed it when we played with them.
So great. They always
Yeah,
bring
Travis gave me props on my vocals. I'm really proud of that. Because he's a good ass vocalist.
yeah.
So it's
Very
Scars Remain, Deadlands, and I just had them on and I can't think of their name right now. But yeah, it's a killer lineup.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely check out a lot. This is sick.
If you're going, definitely. I mean, of course, check out Scars Remain, but definitely Deadlands. You have to check out. She's amazing.
I feel like I've heard of Deadlands.
I'll check them out when we go.
I was really wanting to see August Burns Red and Parkway. There's two of my bucket list bands, and I can see them all in one
Parkway
weekend. As long as Parkway plays some of the older stuff too, it'd be awesome. I know they'll obviously play Carrie.
If you look at my elbow, you can feel somebody I moshed with at the Parkway show.
All right, so you brought up bucket list bands. Who are your two bucket list bands that you have not seen live yet?
Oh, Avenged Sevenfold is mine. They're the ones that got me into metal.
You know, if you're in the elbow, you could, you could feel something that I'm awesome with that. Avenged Sevenfold show.
My two would have to be Iron Maiden and As I Lay Dying.
Iron Maiden was good. So good. That is the best show I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, for me, it would be Sevenfold and Fleetwood Mac. I missed them. I was supposed to go see them, and I had to go to drill that weekend. Oh, Jenny was pissed. Jenny was pissed. Jenny was pissed. She is my wife is a huge Stevie Nicks fan, so we missed Fleetwood on their last tour.
Well, I named mine. It was August Burns Red and Parkway. But I have no excuse for not seeing August Burns Red because to me, they're a big band, but they still play the local smaller clubs, which is awesome.
Yeah,
they played
more Masquerade, stuff like that.
They played what's that one in Columbia? The New Brooklyn Tavern. They played there. Yeah,
they did.
With, I can't remember who it was. I want to say one Escape the Fate. Memphis Mayfire or
I think it wasn't Memphis Mayfire.
Yeah, I should have went, but we didn't get it. So I have no excuse for not seeing. Parkway is playing stadiums. They're not playing. Yeah. But
a lot in Europe too, though.
Yeah, they canceled their
Jay.
Well, they canceled their American tour last year, so
They were just They were just in Jersey. I'm gonna have to say a month ago.
Awesome.
Who was it that I sent you? The flyer I just sent you recently was coming down.
Henry Rollins?
No, not Henry. Although that one is sick.
Yeah, I'm going to that one. You're coming with me.
It was with the Interrupters. Who was it? It was just announced recently. It was Dropkick Murphys. Yeah, Dropkick Murphys. Yeah, on the North Carolina scene. That one was amazing.
Yeah, me and this guy right here bonded over punk music.
That's where I started playing music, I guess you would say. That's why
I'm very angsty as a child.
Yeah, I was very angsty.
Since you said you were Avenged Sevenfold fan, what do you feel about the new stuff?
Oh, so me and my wife on a drive to Greenville from here is about an hour, little over an hour. We listened to the whole album. I respect it, but I'm not a fan of it. It's if it was background music, I'd be like, hell yeah, this shit's sight. But I can't go out and there might have been 2 or 3 songs that I could actually jam out to and feel it. It was just, they're at the level where they make what they want to instead of what the crowd wants to hear. I mean, and it's not bad, but it's like a 5 out of 10 to me.
Yeah, I agree with him. I've listened to some of it, not all of it, but I agree with Cody. Definitely, I respect the hell out of it.
It's progressive as hell.
Very progressive. So you have to
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good, dude.
I like the stage because it was progressive, but it was also that progressive metal that sounded
forced.
metal.
They're good at it. Like they are good at what they do. Of course, they're very talented, like musicians for sure. I grew up listening to them. Like when I saw them live, it was during the Hell to the King era, and I mean that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
There were like actually a good few songs on that album to actually get down to. Like,
Fire slaps.
I saw them right after Night
Coming Home was a great one.
So unfortunately, I was never able to see them with the Rev, but I did see them right after with Nightmare.
Exactly. I got to when I saw them at Rebellion. So
Mike saw them with the Rev. He saw them at Taste of Chaos.
Jealous of that.
With them and Bookworm Helicon and somebody else. Maybe all their
I'm
main.
gonna have to lick his eyeballs because he got to see him.
I actually got to see them with Metallica and Volbeat.
Oh, nice.
I'm jealous of the Rev era though, just because like Rev's such a huge inspiration.
He's an artist through and through.
100%.
All right, musically, which artist that passed away hit you the hardest?
The Rev.
Oh, yeah.
The Rev, for me, it's the Rev, Ole Herbert, and I know there's another one somewhere. I'm skipping. If I can't think of it, then I guess it didn't hit me that hard.
Me, Eddie Van Halen. Because, just Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah,
Legend.
Yeah.
For me, it would I listen to a lot of different types of music, and probably I would have to say Eric Peterson. He fronted a band called Mischief Brew, their folk punk band that I really enjoy listening to. Yeah, that one definitely hit me the hardest because that was a huge inspiration on my music ability as well, and who I am as a person too.
Yeah,
great music.
I'm just glad Elton John hadn't died yet.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So I do this every episode, and if you've ever watched, you'd know. I'm gonna let you flip it on me. You can ask me anything now.
Okay, so what was your inspiration for starting to do podcasts and interviews? Or not podcasts, interviews, yeah. Sorry.
I mean, there's a part 1, part 2 on that one. It was a conversation at a karaoke bar with someone that, since I go to all these shows and I know so much, want to do something with it. And then, I used to watch Met Pinfield do interviews on MTV when I was growing up.
Oh, that's cool.
And I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do play shitty acoustic, but I know I can't play, so I still want to be part of the scene.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you started doing interviews like this. This has actually been fun. We get to talk shit about each other to everybody instead of just each
I wasn't talking shit, but just joking around with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, even like I enjoy just getting to know people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been nice.
We have four group chats. We have a group chat for
We'll just separate our shenanigans.
Yeah, we have one group chat for legitimate band stuff like shows. What else? Like
Plans
and updates.
It's called plans and updates. So anything that has to do with the band officially.
We've got one where we cut Chase out because it's about fantasy football.
Yeah, you don't care about football. Then we have another. Then we have one that's just off the rails. It's just whatever. Then we have one that's about anime. They added me to for some reason.
Jay hates anime.
I don't hate it. I just got into it.
Like, but
I just like to give y'all hell about it.
we're just a bunch of children, man.
So
Yeah.
Children
we're all over the place.
Who was the first band you ever saw live?
Are you talking arena show or a small venue?
I would say arena show.
Yeah, your first big name.
Yeah.
I was at the First Family Value store.
Ooh. Who played there?
It was Korn, Rob Stein, Orgy, Ice Cube,
Ooh. Oh, that's sick.
Limp Bizkit, I believe.
Oh, that
sounds
That is
awesome.
peak new metal.
That was-
That's peak.
That
Imagine
was
for your first show. That's freaking amazing.
1980. I'm sorry, that was 1998, I believe.
That's nice.
Mine was Fallout Boy, Plain White Tees, Cute is What We Aim For, and Gym Class Heroes.
I forgot about half those, all those bands. Was it Fall Out Boy?
You have
Speaking of Fallout Boy, they're actually playing with Horizon.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
And
thought
we
that
were
was
gonna go to one of those. We looked at the tickets for, it, and they were like ridiculously high. We're like, yeah.
yeah. For lawn, it was high.
Red Jumpsuit's coming back too. They're coming.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Jenny let me know about it.
Didn't they play Ground Zero last year?
They played Ground Zero 1 year. I think they might have played regularly too.
I can't remember when they played Ground Zero. I can't remember if that was last year.
I know they came around this area at one point.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Y'all have any questions?
I got a question. Who's your favorite like music YouTuber?
So again, favorite
Like
music.
your YouTuber that like does music, like Nick Nocturnal or whatever.
I don't really think I have one.
Oh, okay. Well, I like
Like
Nick
I
Nocturnal.
don't. What do you call it?
Or Jared Dines. He's good.
Davey 504 is my favorite.
Like if I'm not listening to music, other podcasts what do you call it? Like music related is Savage Ladies of Metal, or what do you call it? The Loud Spot with Sebastian. I mean, I don't really.
Do you have like a favorite music podcast?
I mean, like those are the two that I actually listen to. I don't really.
Okay.
Well, they are my people, but I'm saying I don't really. I'm not into Blabbermouth or LimeWire or any of that. I mean, I check it here and there, so maybe if I miss something somewhere that I can bring up in conversation, but I'm not.
What music? I have one question. What music genre would you say inspired you the most?
New metal.
New metal. Hell yeah, I'll take
Limp Bizkit, Corn.
Oh, dude. Oh, hey, I respect that question. Okay. Respect
Yeah,
the question and answer.
I grew up on Limp Bizkit, Corn, and Linkin Park were my gateway into metalcore.
I feel like I know Danny Slayer sort of has the new metal feel to
I
it.
think Slayer's like super new.
Then the newest song we're working on definitely has the new metal feel to it. I listened to your lyrics last week. We practiced it. Cody finally unveiled his lyrics last week for the new song we're working on. It sounds really new metalish.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's probably the heaviest song we've written so far.
Oh yeah.
I know it was not new metal, but I'm saying my first CD ever, like CD and tape, was Pearl Jam 10. So like, I grew up in that era of.
I respect it. I listen to all types of music. I listen to anything from Bob Dylan to Frank Sinatra to, as a shirt anti-schism, like the really underground stuff. So
Do it.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, funny story. The first CD I ever bought with my own money was Chingy. Yes. It was Chingy.
Oh my goodness.
The truth comes out. No, it wasn't the first one I ever had, but with my own money, I brought my big ass CD player and shoved it in my jean toes and jammed out a Chingy on the bus on the way to school.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. It's so good. Prime and perfect.
I remember my friend.
I'm sorry, I have.
Emotional, damn it.
Remember my friend
Really,
Luke
Chingy?
used to burn CDs for people in school. So I think the first one he burned for me was an AC/DC CD. And then he got me a Linkin Park one, and that's sort of when I fell in love with heavier music. Was Linkin Park?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, we all
Oh, System of a Down too.
we all said Linkin Park. First,
Made mistake giving me a Kiss CD when I was 8 years old, and it's just been over ever since then.
As the only band that I have never really gotten into, and everybody I have spoken to, freaking almost every interview, praise Kiss. I've
Well,
never got.
Okay, so I can't get into.
Maybe.
Here's the thing: is I used to praise him like when I was a younger kid. Of course, I like looked at Ace Frehley's the reason I picked up a guitar. But other than that, like I can completely understand why other people have the views they do about him of just like I can't get into it. I get that because honestly, if I listen to it as an adult or like later try to listen to it later,
If they came out now, you would be like, "What is this?"
I wouldn't be able to get into it either.
You'd be like,
That
"Why are
was-
they dressing like a black metal band and they're not heavy?"
My dad listened to that stuff. My mom listened to it because, like, my mom was an '80s kid. You know,
Yeah.
my dad grew up in, my dad graduated high school in '85.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the music that they listened to was stuff like
Yeah.
that, hair metal bands. And
Yeah.
So, growing up, that was the music they were like, "Oh, you want something to listen to? Here."
Oh, my
Yeah,
dad.
take
My
this.
dad made me listen to Neil Young and Bob Seger.
And I was like, "Wait." Eventually, I found Metallica, and I was like, "Wait, there's heavier music than this." Oh no! So,
No, like, I mean, honestly, I do give them credit and everything, and some of the
Yeah, you got to give it where it's
songs
due.
are
Like,
good.
I definitely
I'm just
respect
saying,
them.
like, I don't see what the biggest.
I don't praise them.
I mean, except for their amazing marketing and everything else.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that's
don't
my
see
main thing.
the.
Their market's amazing. Yeah.
Well, Gene Simmons also tried to sue Ronnie James Dio, right, for
Yeah.
trademarking the devil horns.
Right?
Yeah.
RJD all day.
Same. Like I don't agree with like any of their, especially like their personal views and stuff too. Those guys are like definitely characters.
Wacko.
Yeah, I've seen them live as well. But they put on a great live show, regardless of their age. Because I actually saw them. I forget what 2014 or 13 maybe. So I mean, it was after Ace and Paul had, or Ace and Peter had gotten out. So. But they still put on a great show. They know how to market themselves and know how to put on a great show. And their songs are very well put together and orchestrated. They definitely capitalized on a good market, at their time period.
I was way out of left field. Y'all had Bob Seger and
Neil Young.
and kid. My mom made me listen to the Beach Boys, the Temptations,
Oh, my dad listened to that stuff
and
too.
Carole King.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So my mom was like 41 when she had me. My mom grew up in the 50s or the 60s, so it was all like the old band, like the Motown bands from the 60s, Temptations, Four Tops, all those bands. That's what I grew up on. And my dad died when I was young, but my uncle, he was sort of my dad figure. He made me listen to stuff like Robert Johnson, old school blues guys and folk guys, Bob Dylan,
So
stuff like
when
that.
are you going to go sell your soul at Crossroads? They're right up the street.
Maybe sometime.
Yeah, right.
What time?
Well, we know you can shred, but it ain't like you sold your soul.
I cannot shred. At all.
Was that that line?
Like I grew up on like Mom and the Papas and what do you call it?
Oh yeah.
Beach Boys and what was ever on that radio station.
Yeah, I love all types of music, like I said, so I can definitely respect that. Like I find inspiration from the oddest places. Definitely not inspiration you find metal band material from,
I get a lot of R&B inspiration.
right?
Argo? Maybe down in the bathroom.
If you could spend 1 hour live or dead and you were able to pick their brain musically, who would it be?
I was the same answer as I had earlier, Eddie Van Halen. Just unbelievable. I can play some of his songs. I definitely can't play some of his solos. I can play some of his rhythm stuff. But I would love to be able to speak his brain. That'd be awesome.
Although I am a drummer, I play guitar as well. I have to say Randy Rhoads. All day, I would love to pick that man's brain for any type of musical theory or anything to have to do with it. Honestly,
Chase is an actual musician in the band.
Stop.
He's drummer, bassist, guitarist, keyboardist. He plays the what's that thing called you played in middle school? The little what was the name?
The didgeridoo?
The recorder. The recorder. The little plastic recorder. He plays that. Squad flute. He plays it all.
No, so mine
skin
would
flute, you
be
said?
do what? What's that?
I said, did you say skin flute? That's what I heard you say.
I was trying to think of a
No,
word
we don't play that.
throw it in there.
None of my girlfriends play the skin flute.
No, mine would be Elton John. He's played the skin flute a few times actually.
Yeah.
But I watched the video of this man. Ozzy Osbourne was actually in the crowd for this, and he was like, "Hey, anybody tell me what to write a song about?" Somebody brought like an instruction booklet for fucking Microwave, and they handed it up there, and this man started playing and singing a song about it just off the rip, and it was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. And plus, that man is one of the greatest songwriters I've ever heard in my life. Him and Jason Isbell. Jason Isbell of our generation is my favorite songwriter.
All right, Freaky Friday scenario. Which member you do not want to be for 24 hours?
Which member?
Mike, he's got to deal with Badass Kid.
I'm gonna go with you, Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, Mike, because Mike's just always so like, he's always so calm. But I always call it like the calm before the storm, because like I know I'm about to just like get straight, like he's about to pull his teacher ruler out and start.
Oh yeah, Mike is a teacher. Like he
Keeps us all in check.
stays on our asses.
He's the band dad.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I want to be the goofy kid in the back of the class.
Exactly. I couldn't be Mike, be serious all the time. I just couldn't do it.
Hey Jay, so Freaky Friday. Which member of the band would you not want to be
For 24 hours.
for 24 hours?
Well, I'm not going to say it.
You have to say it. Who is it? You have to say it.
I don't want to put his business out there.
Okay.
I would say Mike, because he has a boring desk job. I couldn't do a boring desk job.
You have a boring desk job.
I work shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I load trucks and stuff all day.
Cody's like, I work shipping, dude. Like, what?
I did that job.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
no, he's on the phone all day. I couldn't be on the phone all day. I could not do that.
I love you.
Oh, he might have the biggest penis there. It might be full of hands. It might.
I
Mike.
Where's that come from?
I don't know. I don't know you guys. Do I? We play in the band, right?
Cody, what was your nickname? Cody, what was your nickname in basic training?
Oh, it wasn't basic. It was at drill.
Drill.
It was Long Dick James. I didn't have to prove it, so that made it even better.
Oh no.
So what are the big plans for the rest of the year?
Really?
Well, we're recording in August at Exodian with
Brett
Brett and Zach. Yeah, I'll say Kyle for some reason.
Yeah, from Fractured Frames, like they
Check them out too.
they're the ones that did our recordings for Hidden Machines and Dane Slayer, and
Great
all the production. Oh my god,
Love this guy.
so good.
Yeah.
Like Zach was a wizard on that computer.
Zach is a wizard on that
He
computer.
really was.
We're going up to there to record. We're going to record
August.
3 to 4 songs, and for an EP.
Yeah.
So
Set to record an EP in August. I forgot what day we were set to go up there, but
Well, I think
I don't know. If it's in August, I have to look.
record an EP that's at that time, and then just in between them, we're just slamming shows.
yeah, this not this weekend, but the next, we have a show in Gastonia at the Rooster, which we played there at one of our last shows, and that stage is amazing.
Great. Love that place.
And yeah, they're going to do an inside stage and an outside stage, and then next month we'll also be back there for a big festival, 1-day festival, Brewstock, in July. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, the Roosters doing that.
That
They are.
Killer Confessions.
Oh yeah, Roosters killing it, man.
They are.
Yeah, Pit Crew is going to be sponsoring that one.
Yeah.
See Pit Crew shirts all over the place.
Oh, absolutely. The icon shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
looking
Isn't the-
so much forward to that. So we have a very active rest of the year.
So isn't the Rooster kind of new?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A
Relatively.
year or so.
No, but they have been popping off, and they have an immaculate stage. Like it's so large,
Immaculate stage,
it's bigger than this room.
immaculate bar, immaculate people. It's just
Yeah,
all around
no,
great business, and they support all the bands. They don't pick and choose or try to gatekeep certain bands or nothing. They're just as fair to everybody, and we respect and appreciate that like to the fullest degree.
Yeah, the last time we were there, like everybody, it was a creative music management show, which we were with, and Missy, who commented on the video earlier, runs that, and like we were there, everybody, it was like a big family. Like people were coming up to us,
Every
they were like,
time.
"Hey
Yeah.
man,"
Yeah,
I was
every
like,
time.
"Oh, this
Right.
feels so awesome."
Yeah, we love it. Absolutely love it. So very looking forward to all of that. And later on in the year, I'm not quite sure if we have anything planned for the rest of the year after the EP. Probably.
The local badassery show in Greenville.
Yeah.
So, South Carolina, the venue crisis. So the insurance that venues have to pay the policies for them to serve like liquor and alcohol and stuff has skyrocketed, and it's insane. Like they even had a video with Randy Blythe from Lamb of God commenting on it because it's outrageous. It went from like what 25,000 in around 2020 to about 50 to 60,000 in 2022, and this year it's jumped up to almost 100 grand.
Yeah. That's
So it has been insane jump, and a lot of local businesses where we try and put our music out.
Yeah.
All these other bands that we love are trying
It's
to put
not
their
just like
music
the
out.
big venues, but the bigger venues like guys
No, the bigger venues like I thought you were talking about
No,
like
like I'm thinking
like
like,
Bon Secours and stuff. No, they'll be all right because they sell $12 beers.
I'm talking about like all the smaller venues, like, especially even like Incoet. Like
Yeah, no, it's bringing them down and it's putting a damper on local music too.
Yeah.
So we're
Can react.
yeah, so that show everything from there is a benefit to support the venue crisis in South Carolina.
in South Carolina though, there's not many venues to begin with.
No, not a lot of good rock venues, or I mean, even smaller venues. Like they still don't get a ton of people.
No, not really.
Yeah, so
It seems very small here, but
yeah, so the alcohol sales are what keep them afloat. And without alcohol, who's gonna come and watch us?
I wouldn't.
So what's the date for Brewstock?
It is July 22nd. It'll be on a Saturday in Gastonia at the Rooster. There's gonna be a ton of bands there.
like 20 bands.
It's a lot of bands, an indoor stage and an outdoor
There's gonna be
stage.
vendors and stuff too.
Yeah, a lot of vendors. There's gonna be no, the Rooster Olympics this next weekend.
Rooster Olympics is this weekend.
Yeah. Not this weekend, but the one after. They're the ones with the guitar giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to the Rooster Olympics, buy a raffle ticket, or they're giving away, I want to say 2 guitars, right?
I think so.
I think a band, Dove Cage, donated
Yeah,
one too.
Dovecage donated.
Yeah.
Dovecage donated a bass, I think.
Yeah.
And I've been at bass.
Bass is still a guitar, semantics. But yeah, Dove Cage donated one. But yeah, Rooster Olympics is going to be a big deal too.
So before I wrap this up, guys, do you have anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Hey, man,
We love you.
we love you
So much.
So it's so weird for me, like thinking that people like actually want to listen to my music.
Same. I mean,
That's all I want to say. But like I appreciate every ear that graces this guy's drums, this guy's guitar, Mike's guitar, Pat's bass, my vocals. Like
Whoa, we turned his bass off. We unplugged him before.
but no, we do want to thank every single one of you for the support and all the shares, all the likes. We love you, and keep your ears open because we have so much more to come, and we got a lot brewing up in the laboratory, in the Beat Laboratory back here. We got a lot brewing up.
the
So,
Jack Shack.
oh yeah, a couple announcements coming soon too. A couple good announcements. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for interviewing us. By the way, like
Yeah.
this has actually been like super fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this for us. Like, we appreciate it for real.
And do you want to drop your socials before we sign off?
Oh, absolutely. So, we should probably spell out our name too, because everybody always asks me.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mydas 22, MYDAS XXII is the Roman numerals for 22. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. MYDAS _ XXII. I think we are on Instagram. And then we're also on YouTube. You just type us in, you'll see our little M with the XXII in it.
Our personal.
And then our personals. I don't want
You have Instagram or any of those?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook.
You see this pretty face on the band page.
Oh yeah.
Do you have Bandcamp as well?
No, I don't think we do actually. I didn't look into that.
Okay.
You can also stream our music on
Spotify, iTunes, YouTube Music,
Amazon Music.
all the Amazon Music. Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty much on every streaming platform. Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to send a reminder that this is on Facebook, Concert Junkies Rob and John, YouTube, Concert Junkies Rob and John, and Twitch is just Concert Rob. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Concert Junkies fucking rocks.
Later, guys.
Later, y'all. Thank you.